Why go for community immersion? In the first module, you were clarified on the meaning and nature of the community immersion. You too were made to reflect on the implications of the etymological meaning and nature of community immersion. Objectives. At the end of the second module, you are expected to have cited some reasons behind this 3-unit course, been convinced on the relevance of this course to your teaching profession. Activity. Discuss with a learning partner. Get a learning partner and list down at least 4 reasons why you are required to take this 3-unit course. Come up with just one listing for the two of you. Then, join another partners to group to add to your list, after which join another pair to continue completing your list. What do you notice to the length of your list? As you join a pair of 2, your supervising instructor will ask a pair of 2 to write their reasons on the board. The remaining partners will be asked to add the reasons written on the board until nothing more can be added, because every reason is gathered is listed. Analysis. Do this. Study the list of the reasons on the chalkboard. The group find out how you can group them. You will be asked by your supervising instructor to expand the group of reasons why community immersion is required of all would-be teachers. Please participate. Remember, what you get out of this course is proportionate of the effort you will get into it. Abstraction. Think about this. The reason jokingly forwarded by the students for the inclusion of community immersion is because it is requirement for graduation. Of course, while this jokingly given to the reasons is correct, however, shallow if ever this course is required every would-be teacher graduate, there must be more profound and more significant reasons, some of which are to hone teacher social skills, to enable the teacher to get acquainted with possible teaching resources found in the community, to help the teacher get to know the community background of his or her pupils or learner, to help teachers strengthen the partnership between school and community, to prepare the would-be teacher for his or her other teaching-related tasks. Let us explain the given reason. Very briefly, the reasons you have given are anchored on several assumptions of the teaching profession about the learner, teacher, and factors that contribute to effective teaching and learning. Hone. Teachers' social skills community immersion as process open opportunities for you to learn to relate to all people with stakes in education. This is important for the teaching profession where you belong. As a people profession, it is a profession that considerably involves relating to people or students, teachers, administrators, parents, local officials, non-government organizations, and other members of the community. Your effectiveness and teaching is not attributed to your intelligence, quotient, and your expertise. It is also a function, in fact, more a function of your EQ or emotional intelligence. Reflect on what Goldman states. What factors are at play when people with high IQ flounder and those of the modest IQ are surprisingly well? The difference quite often lies in the ability called emotional intelligence. Colimo, 1998. In fact, based on researchers, it was found that for lower positions like purchasing products and clerical assistants, there was a higher premium on technical abilities than on interpersonal ones, but a higher levels of professional and managerial possessions, the interpersonal abilities mattered more than technical skills and setting store performers. Apart from these upper level occupations, the more people advanced on their position, the more important became the interpersonal skills and distinguishing superior from average performance. Goal 1, 1998. This is how important, if it is for you to develop your social skills, your success enjoy as teacher as very much determined by your human relationships, enable the future to get to know teaching and learning. Resources and the community. Remember that learning is not only confined to the 4 walls of your classroom. Every place is a learning place. The whole world, your local community included, is a learning place to get largest classroom. When you utilize community resources and your teaching, you will help your peers or students realize that what they learn in schools is not disconnected with life outside the classroom, that there is continuity between in school and out of school activities. By the way, community immersion resources also include human resources like, for instance, alumni or alumni parents and other members of the community who can serve as resource speakers, utilizing community resources of the maximum and optimum means. For more integrated teaching learning, help the teacher get to know home, and community background of pupils. Students like a physician who asks you a lot of questions when you go to him, your ailment diagnosis, and his desire to prescribe you the right medicine. You too must be acquainted with your pills, home, and community background for you to teach him or her right thing. Bear in mind that your pupil is a learner in a context. He or she has a past, present, and a failure. Part of her past is that he or she was begotten by a fat father and mother with such biological makeup and including genes for intelligence. She or he is born to such a family and such a community as at such a period in history. A part of his purpose is in the present, in the sense that what your pills or students has said of himself or herself as you see him or her at the present is somehow limited by the many organs at his or her birth, which he or he cannot undo. You can help him or her become the knowledgeable, skilled, productive, and beautiful person she or he is called to be in the future with any context of his or her home and community. Your knowledge of your pupil or student history will enable you to help him or her transcend his or her passport. One is that totally determined by his or her past. Every person has a choice. Being immersed in the community where your pupils live, you will be able to earn first-hand information about their home and community background. Consequently, your heart will be stirred and genuine compassion and will now understand why the assignment is entirely uncrumpled, for there is no study table, no study corner in one room. A fair house like why you will know how to make your lessons relevant. This is possible because you have been immersed. Strengthen your partnership between school and community. Community immersion affords your opportunity for dialogue with the members of the community. The community members become more aware of what's going on in the school and may even offer services. They can offer medical doctor, parent may serve you as resource speaker, and how to prevent things, fever or dentist, parent to talk on preventing dental caries, or a computer science graduate alumnus to teach hands-on computer skills to faculty. This will dispel common perception that community contribution is always past that money contribution or collection by continuing dialogue. Your school head and your teachers will also get to know more of community projects and activities which can serve as learning opportunities of training ground of your peace. This can be help your streamline your turret along this ended partnership. By the way, it has found what the secret of highly effective schools in the country and abroad is strong is partnership between school and community. Seize the chance, learn the school to develop a sustain this type of partnership. Your chance is discourse and community immersion to prepare the teacher for adding teacher related tasks. If you get immersed in community of teachers, your eyes will be opened other teaching related, sometimes indirectly teaching related tests that every teacher does. Your preserve is education is quite short and quite jump up already that you cannot be taught all the skills in the college of a teacher education. Your time to learn is now during your community immersion. What are some of these other tasks having observed? Teachers work in schools. I can cite you some. They are supervising classroom construction and repair for doing work, ground game improvement, preparing report, taking charge of educational management, information systems, or aim is serving as educational management information systems, or M is serving advisor of school paper, coach to contestants, judge an academic non-academic contest, advise to scholars, dance group, and liar, balatas, and nurse in charge then for more education coordinator. Application, pro play the situation. There are 5 of you in your group. Your group are not convinced on the importance of community immersion. Pangdagdag pa ng tuition yan, wala yan sa old curriculum. They claim. Pangdagdag pa ng tuition yan, wala yan sa old curriculum. They claim that 3 of you is supposed to convince them. Don't play the situation in 5 minutes. After the role play, you will discuss the answers to this question as a class number 1 to the whole class. With whom do you agree? With the students who do not believe in the communities, or with the other 3 number 2 of the actors and the role play in the real life? What do you say? The same of community immersion.